Hey guys, Nary here from Quinn Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with a new episode of Psychic Connections. So, this, of course, you guys have noticed that I've been playing the most recent build, but I haven't been delving into any of the content that's further along because they haven't publicly uploaded. They haven't basically publicly provided this to itch.io. Now they have, and there's also an update. The update is that the game is going to be on hiatus until some point in 2022. Yes, I know, it sucks, but these guys, they do great work. They deserve a break. One of them had some kind of surgery on his backside. I don't know what that's about, but I really hope he recovers. But anyway, guys, we still have plenty of content to get through, and that means I can show you further along Elliot's path. So, without further ado, let's jump right back into it. We're going to finish up Jude's path, then we'll do Elliot again. Alright. Start. Okay. 5 more minutes, babe. Did he just call me babe? We don't have time for him to sleep for 5 more minutes. Wait, let's go. Okay. No can do, babe. We've got a class to get to. What? Quinn begins wriggling about under his covers and stretches his arms outward. His mouth gapes as a large yawn escapes his muzzle. Man, I was having such a good nap, too. Well, you can catch a nap when we're headed to the campsite later. We've got to go get to class. Well, no worries then. I wasn't planning on going to class, especially with the black eye. Are you sure skipping is a good idea, though? It was just an intro, and they handed out the syllabus last time, but we're guaranteed to get some kind of work this time. Well, I've got you. Couldn't you just take some notes for me and bring them back? Yeah, I'll do that for him. Even though I know this isn't necessarily okay, it doesn't feel like my place to try and make Quinn go to class. Fine. I don't agree with this, but I'm not going to force you. Thank you. I'll be packing my bag for the trip later. Do you want me to pack yours for you? No thanks. I should have plenty of time to do it after class. Grabbing my bag, I look back at Quinn, who's rummaging around with some of his things. What I'm doing feels like some kind of mistake, but after everything that's happened, he might just need more space to himself. With heavy thoughts at the front of my mind, I head out to a class that I suspect will not be improving my current mood. Walking through the campus alone, I find myself contemplating this camping trip. Outside of looking at stars, I'm not really sure what to expect. Zoe's hatched this scheme to trick Jude and Aiden into being alone together to talk things out. Quinn hasn't told everyone about his abusive roommate. Elliot doesn't have any drama going on that I'm aware of, but considering the rest of the group, maybe that's cause for alarm too. I wonder if we get to meet his ex in his path. Meanwhile, I'm a supposed psychic with no idea how to be psychic, and somehow this trip is supposed to help. I drag my feet the rest of the way to class, with thoughts continuing to occupy my head. The class passed by uneventfully. My mind occasionally thought of Quinn back in my room, but I pushed myself to focus on the lecture. The instructor ended the class by assigning us to write a short argumentative essay on a major social or political issue that is important to us. It sucks that the essay is due at the beginning of next week, so I'm going to need to do a little bit of research while camping and cram Sunday night. Speaking of camping, I should head back to the room and drop off my stuff. Walking back into the room, I notice Quinn has already gotten his bag packed and is laying back in his bunk, texting. Hey, I'm back. How'd it go? Well, other than writing an essay this weekend, not the worst class I've sat through. An essay? Anything else? I hand Quinn the rubric for the assignment and start packing my things for this camping trip. In a matter of minutes, I've got a small bag together with all the essentials. Hey, did you pack a pair of swimming trunks? No. Why? Zoe said there's a small pond or a lake or something. Right, but, it's September, and it's not really that warm. I'm just saying, it could be worthwhile to have. I'm bringing mine anyway. Looking at my bag, I guess I could make space, although I'm not really expecting to make use of them or a towel this weekend. Who knows? Maybe it'll be hot this weekend. I haven't exactly looked at the weather, and it's been warmer today. While stowing my trunks and towel into my bag, Quinn taps me on the shoulder and shows me a text on his phone confirming Jude's on his way to Elliot's. With nothing keeping us here, we begin our trek to meet the two at the cafe. The buzzing in my phone makes me pause my walking for a moment, and Quinn pulls out his phone as well. Claudies! Hey guy! Operation Friendship, Jesus. Hey guys! Okay, so while we do this camping thing, we gotta make sure we get Aiden and Jude on the same page before we leave. Still don't know about forcing them together. They fought for too long. It must end. Elliot, Caps. Damn. I swear my fat thumbs are too big for this phone. I don't know if it's a good idea, but if we can get them to get along, then I'd say it's worth it. That's the spirit. In the meantime, don't let Jude know about Aiden until you get there. Otherwise, he might try to turn the car around or something. Me and Aiden are almost at the site, so I'm turning my phone off to save battery. Bye, Zoe. See you soon. You two hurry your little butts over here. Me and Jude are just waiting on you two. Let's save it real quick. Quinn and I nod at one another before hurrying our little butts to the cafe. Keeps texting me. Stop texting me right now, please. It's about time you showed up. Sorry, I still had things to pack after class. We're here now, though. That's what matters. True, shall we? What the fuck happened to your eye? Jude lunges forward and grabs Quinn by the shoulders, staring straight into the bunny's nervous eyes. Quinn looks at Jude nervously for a moment before adopting his trademark smile while pointing at his bruised eye with exaggerated movements. What? This? It's stupid. I tripped into a doorknob. Jude looks at Quinn in disbelief, and then turns to me as if to read my own expression before returning his attention back on Quinn. I know, it's stupid. I tripped and broke my phone as well as my noggin. Does it hurt? Only when I forget about it and rub my eye. I got some cream from Zoe to help. There's no way Jude's going to believe this. Sure, Quinn might be a bit on the klutzy side. He did drop his phone and shatter it, but tripping into a doorknob seems far-fetched. Is that why I haven't seen you in a couple days? Because you busted your socket on a door? Totally. Plus, Inner Swords released an update, and you know how often I get lost playing that one. Right. At least it's not because... Jude looks off to the side, scratching the back of his head. Did he think Quinn would stop talking to him over his fight with Aiden? 1 second, guys. Whatever. So, we're just waiting on Zoe now, right? Botched that. Let me try that again. Whatever. So we're just waiting on Zoe now, right? Actually, Zoe's already there waiting for us, so unless there are objections, we should get going now. Sounds great. Where's our ride? I parked just over there. Elliot points at a gray compact pickup truck parked across the street. It looks fairly clean, perhaps freshly washed. However, I can tell it's seen some rougher roads from the dents on the lower sections of the vehicle. I hope that isn't indicative of how Elliot drives, and it was like this when he bought it. So, Mason, you sitting up front with me or in the back with Jude? Why are you asking me? And why am I automatically in the back? Well, Jude, you're in the back because you need more leg space, so you can only really sit behind Quinn or Mason. I don't really have a preference, so long as we get going soon. I guess they're leaving the decision up to me. I'll sit in the back. Be with my man. I think I'll sit in the back. It's the safest part of a car anyway. What are you worried? I'll get into an accident? With the way you drive, that's probably not the worst idea anyone's ever had. Uh-oh. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's just get going. Elliot pouts, but eventually gives up on insisting he's a skilled driver. We get loaded into his truck and begin our road trip. The first 30 minutes of the ride to the camping... Wait. I don't know who's calling me. They're gonna have to wait. The first 30 minutes of the ride to the camping site proves to be very uneventful. Everyone makes idle chit-chat while I don't say much, instead opting to do research on my phone for my paper. I was at least able to settle on a topic that made sense to me. We'll do that. Well, with my parents now split up, I guess I'm hoping learning a bit more about it will make it more okay. It's been over a year, but it somehow still feels a little fresh. No doubt because I try not to think about it. You know, Mason, you're being awfully quiet. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to save some links for some articles on a paper I'm working on. Geez, you're already working on that? What paper? Our instructor gave us this bogus essay to work on over the weekend on a major political or social issue. I figured I'd write mine on divorce rates and the effect it has on families or something like that. You saying divorce is a bad thing or something? I mean, it's not really a good thing? So, what, you think just because people get married, they should stay together, even if one of them is a huge asshole? What? No, I'm just saying that... Oh, I get it. You're talking about how messed up people get not having a mother or father figure. Well, for your info... Jude? Jude! Let Mason talk! Jude grumbles, but then looks at me with an expression that says I should hurry up and explain myself before annoying him further. My parents are divorced, so I just thought it'd be good to do a topic that actually applies to me. I'm not saying divorce is great, sometimes it really is for the best, but that doesn't mean there aren't consequences. The car goes silent after I explain myself. Jude seems to have cooled down from his outburst and opted to staring out the window. Quinn's ears continued twitching nervously while he fumbled with the phone in his hand. Meanwhile, Elliot's eyes are auspiciously glued to the road, more so than we'd begun our little journey. The silence provided me with a good opportunity to continue researching for my paper. Grabbing hold of my phone once more, I'm shocked by a sudden vibration. I'd say I'm surprised to see a notification from Zoe, but it's not as if many people text me outside of the individuals in this car. Hey, what's your ETA? 10 minutes, maybe? Thought you were keeping your phone off. I was, but Aiden keeps getting antsy. Too much dirt, so he keeps wigging out. Lol. We're almost there. How's Jude? I think he's good. Yeah, he's in a good mood. How'd he react to your roommate hitting your eye? Zoe, Elliot's in this chat too. Oh, I already told him. Would have been too complicated to balance that secret and Operation Friendship. I think Quinn wanted a heads up. Well, heads up, I am going to turn my phone off again. One of us has to save our battery in case of emergency. As much as I hate to admit it, she makes a good point. I should probably cram all my work into Sunday and save my battery. I've already settled on a topic, so it should be pretty easy to get something together. Quinn said we're about 10 minutes out. How should I pass the time? So, what's a dentist's favorite time of day? 2:30. Quinn practically starts jumping in his seat while Jude just groans. You've really done it now. Why couldn't the sesame seed leave the poker table? He was on a roll. God, no. How do you put a baby alien to sleep? You rock it. This continues for several minutes non-stop. Apparently Quinn has a pun button. Once pressed, the rabbit goes into a long, terrible joke frenzy. Please stop. Okay, last one. How do trees use the internet? How? They just log in. I can feel a powerful cringe coming on, ripping its way through my entire being. That pun was particularly bad. Desperate to change the conversation, I say the first thing on my mind. So, Elliot, who's running the cafe while you're out? One of my baristas. I'm choosing to believe that nothing will go wrong this weekend. I'll be calling in and checking with them every hour or so. It should be fine. Yeah, until Jamie trips into something and pours hot coffee on somebody again. Well, hopefully that won't happen this time. Elliot grips the wheel tightly. Clearly he isn't convinced by the words coming out of his mouth. Maybe I shouldn't have come. What? No! Jude's just being a butt. This wouldn't have been the same without you, Elliot. It wouldn't have felt right unless all 6 of us were there, Mason included. 6 of us? It was at that moment that Quinn must have known. He'd just made a terrible mistake. Motherfucker! He's going to be there, isn't he? Tell me.
Look, okay, yes, but we just want the two of you to patch things up. Clearly you guys aren't going to patch things up yourselves, so...
So you all decided to lie to me instead, tricking me into meeting up with that mutt. We're worried about the both of you. Jude turns his attention towards me, staring daggers into my very soul. What about you? Did you know about this?
Yes, I didn't think it was the best idea, but I guess that doesn't matter.
Here I thought you had some sort of integrity. The car goes quiet once more. Elliot turns down a dirt road, and I can see what must be fairly close to the camping site. Stop the car.
Jude,
I don't think that... I said stop the car.
Elliot pulls the car to a stop, and Jude lets himself out, slamming the door behind him.
Where are you going? On a walk. I need to fucking think.
Alright, a little timer has gone off. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a new episode of Fueled by I'm an idiot. It's been a new episode of Psychic Connections, Jude's Path. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell until the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!